Welcome to The Right Question. I'm Daphne Gray Grant, and today I'm talking about how to deal with rejection. I have a question from reader Tracy Fasolino, who's based in Salem, South Carolina. Here's what she's asked. How can a writer prevent complete disengagement after having a piece of work rejected? Oh, my heart goes out to you, Tracy. Being rejected is difficult, and the more sensitive you are, the harder it is. Here's some advice I have for you. Part of the issue is that you're likely taking this rejection too personally, as though it were a criticism of your intelligence, your personality, or your writing ability. In fact, it's none of these things. It's simply one person's reaction to your work. If your rejection feels in any way personal, please consider the advice of the very successful writer Neil Gaiman. When people tell you something's wrong or doesn't work for them, they are almost always right. When they tell you exactly what they think is wrong and how to fix it, they are almost always wrong. Remember that people are allowed to like or dislike any piece of work. But there are more than 7 billion people in the world. Don't let one person's reaction cause you to give up on the other 6,999,000,000. As for how to feel better, let me give you some more specific advice. First, let yourself feel the disappointment. Negative feelings never dissipate if you try to squish them down or ignore them. We all deserve the chance for a brief pity party. Just don't let it turn into a pity month or a pity year. Instead, focus on something else that gives you joy. It needn't even be related to writing. When I'm feeling down, I like to read. And this is going to sound a little bit weird, I know, but I also like to clean a cupboard or clean a drawer. No one is going to reject me for doing these tasks, and I'm going to feel very satisfied. Try to find something that will do the same thing for you. Here's another tip. It will take a bit more planning in advance, but always try to have more than one writing project on the go at any given time. That way, if one project is rejected, you already have another project underway, and that will give you some momentum. Here's another tip that will also require some advanced planning. Explicitly try to get rejected. American poet Brett Elizabeth Jenkins set out to try to get 100 rejections in a single year. You can read her story about this project in the link I've provided below. The great thing about her strategy is that it takes something that's yucky, getting rejected, and turns it into something that's fun, a game. Here's another interesting bonus. Some of her initial rejections eventually turned into acceptances. Overall, she judged the project to be a massive success. Also be aware that it's always worth managing the biggest, scariest critic of all, you. We are all really good at criticizing ourselves, and we know our own weak spots, so these criticisms tend to be particularly acute. Don't let your own self-criticism derail your writing plans. The only time you should let your self-critic loose is when you're editing, never when you're writing. Finally, let me wrap up with a quote from one of my favorite novelists, the luminous Barbara Kingsolver. This manuscript of yours that has just come back from another editor is a precious package. Don't consider it rejected. Consider that you've addressed it to the editor who can appreciate my work, and it has simply come back stamped, not at this address. Just keep looking for the right address. Thanks for the question, Tracy. Go out there and collect some more rejection slips. They are your ticket to the game.